I'm Kate Fulbright, and I work for North Carolina Conservation Network, so I work closely with North Carolina Environmental Justice Network. I thought it was a great panel. They brought a lot of energy to the space. Really appreciate the discussion on Palestine and the Palestinian struggle, and just the discussion on intersectionality and kind of linking all of our issues together. I started organizing in 2014 around a coal ash spill, and worked closely with folks in Goldsboro who had impacted wells and drinking water. And just kind of watching their struggle and seeing so many people in that community have cancer and be sick and have just dirty water really was heart-wrenching and eye-opening, and also they really came together as a community, and then came together kind of across the state with other impacted communities, and it's both very hard and sad, and also very just seeing people organize and work together to try to figure solutions out is also just so uplifting. I think just a renewed, refreshed feeling of how intersectional our issues are. I think it's something that, especially when you work in an advocacy organization, you can kind of funnel in on your issue. I think we all kind of have a general feeling that things are intersectional, but it's really nice to get kind of re-rooted in.
I'm Katie Maxwell. I'm a graduate student at Duke University studying energy justice, and I'm here with the Duke Environmental Law and Policy Clinic and the Duke Environmental Justice Network. I really appreciate the posters. I especially like the one about imagining the future of NCEJN. I think that imagining what our world could be and the ways that we need to get there to make a better future for everybody, especially marginalized communities, is really important and beautiful work as well. I want to walk away with a deeper sense of groundedness in the environmental justice work that's happening here in North Carolina. I'm originally from Illinois, and I'm really grateful to have had the opportunity to come to North Carolina and study from those who birthed the movement.
My name is Reich Longest. I've been coming to the summit off and on the past 10 years. I work at Duke University School of Law. I'm interested in environmental justice, and I co-direct an environmental law and policy clinic. I thought the research presentations were really well thought through, and I really appreciated all the different perspectives. The problem of pellet mills is obviously one not confined just to North Carolina, but the Southeast generally. It's all part of an extractive industrial model that is exploiting people in local communities and exposing them to dust and a lot of air pollution. One of the presentations was actually one in which I participated with a group called Anderson Community. They are a small unincorporated community in southern Caswell County, and they have been fighting against a proposal to put an asphalt plant in their community. So Reverend Byron Schaffner and Ms. Anita Faust, who are the primary organizers of that group, have worked together with our clinic at Duke and also with the Environmental Justice Clinic that Dr. Courtney Woods and Lindsay Savelli run at UNC. So it was very exciting to be involved with them and hear all those.
My name is Patricia Barnes, and I came because of the West Baden community, where their water has been contaminated through Alcoa, and that is why I'm here to support. I thought the information was great. I really learned a lot from the young men, and seeing somebody that's under 30 that is taking over from the older people. Yes, that was really interesting to me, and to know that they was very educated to know what they was talking about. And not only that, as how the environment is being impacted everywhere, not just like in water, but people just coming together, how it's impacting everybody around the world. And I love when the young man said, everything is local. Everybody's been on ground, been local. But he said, but it's global, everywhere. And I think that was just enough to know that everybody's being impacted, and then everybody's fighting for the right thing. That is what.
My name is Kai Tran. I'm a student at Duke University studying community engagement and environmental justice, and I'm here with the Duke Environmental Justice Network, and I've been able to hear so much about the amazing work that NCEJN has done, and was really wanting to come here and be able to meet folks and learn from the amazing work that people are doing to combat the injustices that are occurring across the state in history and through today. Yeah, that poster was amazing. It provided a really great visual on the work that NCEJN has been so integral in working to combat the injustices that have occurred. And to me, it showed me the great gains that have happened since the beginning of the movement, but also how much more work is still to be done. And even despite every victory, there seems to have been something that happened every year that was new and necessary to work against. And just that this movement is not something that will have an end, and the work is always necessary, but definitely worth it considering the great victories that some folks have had in there.
My name is Jeff Curry, and I'm lumber river keeper, which means I take care of water quality in the Lumber River watershed. I'm also a member of the Lumbee Tribe, North Carolina, and as part of my job, and partly because of how my watershed is made up, I mean, environmental justice issues are always issues in my watershed. Where Robinson County, where most of the watershed is about 40% Indian, 24% black, 24% white, about 15% Hispanic, 10%. So it's majority people of color, and we have a lot of pollution issues, and so we address that through community, and so we try to do our best to get out to community and work with community as much as possible, and so these are the other folks around the state who are doing that kind of thing, and so it's good to get together and meet folks and talk about these issues. You know, I've been doing this a while. It's like, I'll wait and see. I don't really get excited about responses until I start to see action, because, I've heard the responses before. I've had secretaries of departments tell me they would do stuff and didn't really follow through. And so until people start following through, until there's change in the way the legislature legislates, the way I think a lot of these state departments actually, run permits and other things and control and regulate the way they're supposed to, the amount of pollution on people, on communities, on ecosystems. Until they start doing that better, then it's just work.